Hey guys, Josh Angry in here, and today we're going to be talking about all the lore that's been released pre-launch for the first Descendant, beginning with answering the simple question of what exactly is a Descendant? So the Descendants make up the playable cast of different heroes, each with their own unique powers and their own backstory. But what is it that makes somebody into a Descendant? Can any person off of the street suddenly decide that they want to join the fight against the Vulgus and become a Descendant? Well, not exactly, based off of what we know of the lore so far. Now, take all that I'm about to explain with a bit of a grain of salt, as the game's not out yet, and the main story will presumably tie in strongly with ideas about the Ironheart and the Ancestors. So we might be in for quite the reveals regarding humanity's ancient history throughout the quest line of the game. But let's discuss what's already been shared by the developers regarding who the Descendants are and where they come from. We're gonna keep it brief, just giving you the lore you need to know before you dive into the game yourself and get to see the story firsthand. So, let's break it down. What separates a Descendant from an average human of Ingress is the latent magical abilities that are hidden within their genetics. It's a special force known as Arche. Arche, once activated, gives its bearer a certain degree of super strength alongside different special abilities unique to every individual. The first bearers of Arche were ancient humans known as the Ancestors. These Ancestors were specifically selected by a mysterious group vaguely referred to as the Architects. The Architects were the ones who first invented Arche, as well as many other marvels, such as presumably the Ironheart, a device that can control dimensional travel in and out of the continent of Ingress. Unfortunately, the Architects mysteriously disappeared, leaving behind no evidence of where they went. The Ancestors went on to intermingle with regular humans, diluting the genes blessed with Arche until the remaining powers were left dormant and forgotten. Without the Architects to guide and develop human society, progress was slow. It was right around when humans of Ingress had reached the medieval ages that the continent was first invaded by the far technologically advanced forces of the Vulgus. Over the next 100 years, the Vulgus tore through Ingress, quickly conquering and establishing their forces throughout the continent. The pure amount of chaos and destruction in human society that the Vulgus left behind had caused some of their ranks to actually defect and begin helping humanity against their kin. These were the Magisters, who first showed humanity the secrets of gunpowder, but would eventually go on to help them unlock the long-forgotten Arche in their bloodlines. Following after the Vulgus through the trans-dimensional void were giant, titanic monsters known as Colossi. Whereas the Vulgus seeked to conquer and rule Ingress, these Colossi just seemed to be beings of mass destruction and devastation, often requiring an entire team of Descendants just to bring one down. The game begins where humanity has largely been pushed out of the continent of Ingress, rallying around the last city of Albion alongside the Magisters. But the rise of the Descendants has allowed for them to successfully begin pushing back the forces of the Vulgus, as well as the roaming Colossi. A grand new threat has just arrived on the continent, as Karel, the leader of all Vulgus, has come to Ingress in search of an ancient and lost artifact known as the Ironheart. It's up to the Descendants to stop Karel and find the Ironheart before he can achieve whatever devious master plan he has in mind. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you're at all interested in the lore or the story of the first Descendant, be sure to scroll over to that subscribe button and hit it, as I'll try to be your one-stop shop for all things story and lore related to the first Descendant as the story unfolds. And if you'd like to reach out and talk to me, or potentially even play the game alongside me, Be sure to go into the description and find the link to follow my Twitch. I can't wait for this game to drop. It's gonna be an amazing time. I'll see you guys all out there.